Hey traders, welcome back to today's episode on the weekly breakdown analysis on gold using Trendline correctly to trade dynamic operandi. If you have been struggling with Trendline setup or you are tired of drawing lines that never predict or respect its levels, this video is actually for you. We are going to break down gold from the higher time frame to the lower zone, applying smart operandi trendline rule. So make sure you watch till the end and don't forget to like and subscribe if you get value from this video. Alright, let's get straight into the chart. Now, as you can see on my screen, last week this is where the trade was actually on gold. As you can see here, this was our footprint and this was the first layer. Yes, so immediately there was a break of our first layer. What happened? The price went down and retraces down to this point. See? Yes, so the aim of this video today is to show you how to draw your trend line correctly though. So imagine you did not draw your trend line correctly on this trade. Check it out here. You won't actually know the direction of where the market is heading to at that moment. Yes. So looking at here, after spotting our first layer, what happened? The market went up, retraces and went down. So I'm going to show you how to catch more position on the lower time frame looking from this chart. Even on our 1 hour time frame, we can actually catch a very clear move of this trade immediately after it retraces down. Watching at our chart here, it retraces down and took out this low here, guys. It took out this low here. See something? It took out this low here, and what? It went up, like it actually started buying. So we do more of this and catch more entries on the lower time frame. Yes, so in this video I'm going to show you how to do that also on the lower time frame. In this same tent I'm going to show you. Guys, even in the lower time frame, with all these retracements, pullback, all these retracement and pullback, you'll be able to find sweet entries to enter your trade on gold, this specific trade. What happened when price immediately broke this trend, this layer? What happened? It retraces up. See, it retraces down. After it retraces down, what happened? It took out this low, and after taking out this low and boom to the upside, then we still draw our footprint. This is actually our footprint. Price came to this point, it went up, it pulled back to this level here, it pulled back to this level and went up and pulled back to this level. Guys, what happened here? Price broke the trend line. So immediately after it broke the trend line, just note that the direction of the market has changed automatically. A lot of people don't understand trend line, so immediately he actually broke this trend. It took some people off. Yeah, this trade actually took some people off. Yeah, so if you actually understand trend line very well, you know that immediately it broke this trend, you know that the direction of the market has changed automatically. So looking at this, let's go down to the 30-minute time frame, guys, and let me show you something, how you can catch other entries. We are down in the lower time frame. Same thing applicable even in the lower time frame. After knowing your trend in full trend in the higher time frame, you'll be able to predict the direction of the market very clear. So you see on the higher time frame, you actually broke this trend here. Same thing applicable in this lower time frame. You can actually spot out entries. See, can you see that pullback? The pullback I told you previously, after the pullback, you can actually take entries. You see, immediately here, there is a footprint. What happened next? You draw your first layer. See, you draw your first layer. Immediately after it broke this first layer, what happened? You see, even in the lower time frame, I told you, you can actually catch some entries. What happened next? It actually broke the trend. Immediately it broke the trend here. You spot out your what? Spot out your divergence. Your divergence, guys. So divergence from here. Let me show you something, guys. From here to this point, you spot out your divergence and you take the trade to the upside still. Same thing applicable in the higher time frame. We caught the entry at that spot And same thing in the lower time frame, we cut the entry around this point. This is applicable to all time frame. And you see, we keep catching and smashing entries and keep going consistently and frequently on the chart. See what happened again, guys. Just watch something. Immediately again. Wow, I love this. Immediately it broke the trend. On same lower time frame we are saying, immediately it broke the trend. What happened? It retraces to this upside. Yes, it retraces to this point here. After it retraces to this point, what happens? Spot out your divergence. Spot out your divergence. See something? The divergence. Let me show you. Divergence from here. From here to this point. Let me draw it so that you'll be able to see your divergence clearly. Divergence is from here. From here to this point. You see, a clear divergence, guys. So you can actually take this trade, this trade to the downside. Let me delete this so that you'll be able to see it clearly. See, you can actually take this trade too. This same trade to the downside in this point, and you smash some entries. Yeah. And you apply proper risk management. Remember, I told you guys, immediately take the previous high. That trade is no longer valid for an uptrend. If you take the previous high that the trend broke, you can actually take boom to the downside. You can take some pips here. And what happened here when it retraces to this side? It was actually news that happened. So you still be at the saver zone. Another thing still happen. You draw your trend. Again, it keep going consistently, like it does not change. You draw your trend again and see something, guys. Immediately you draw your trend, you spot out again another footprint. See footprint? I broke the trend. You spot out your divergence. Spot out your divergence from this point after the retracement to this point. You spot out your divergence and you take the trade again. You take the trade, guys, to the upside again. Here around this standpoint, you can actually smash much pips even in the lower time frame. So you see, you keep doing this frequently and see what happen again, guys. We are still drawing. I love this. I really love this. So you see, we draw our footprint again, and what happened? It respected it, and what? It came and broke the trend. Yes. What will your mind tell you immediately after you broke the trend? You know that the market direction have changed. You do what? You draw your footprint again and wait for it. So this is how you keep going. This is how you keep predicting the market direction using your trend line correctly. If you actually can draw your trend line correctly, you can actually keep smashing more pips. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame so that you see what I'm saying. The overall view. This is what we actually saw in the trend here. See? You see what happened? This is same thing that I was telling you guys. Whoa, I really love this. So you see, in the larger time frame, we caught an entry around this point. If I can remember, immediately it changes direction. I think it should be here. And you see, to the upside, it actually started buying. Immediately the whole thing we saw after breaking the first layer here, and it retraces and went down and respected this trend here. What happened? It still went up and retraces down and respected this trend, this same trend. Sorry, guys, this same trend, and it keep moving. This is how if you understand your trend line very well, you don't need to complicate things. You keep catching small entries, even in your lower time frame, without any stress. So keep applying this frequently, and you see the ultimate change to your trading journey. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in this. And thanks. Bye for now.